The future is here. It seems that Jerome Powell and the Fed are still more important to the markets than Nvidia. Although, on Wednesday, it seemed that this was not the case. Not only the fate of the company, but also the entire market was being decided, as Nvidia is one of the so-called Big Eight. It is the main driving force behind the stock market's upward momentum this year, while the other 492 companies in the S&P 500 are mostly stagnant. Moreover, Nvidia's results were supposed to be a kind of proof or refutation of the fact that artificial intelligence is indeed the real hope of humanity for economic growth in the near term. Hi, this is a quick review from Ivan Kompan, Edinburgh Business School analyst.
And Nvidia did not disappoint, showing revenue growth of 88% compared to the previous quarter and 101% compared to the second quarter of last year. Net income per share increased by 148% quarter-on-quarter and by 429% year-on. Moreover, in the third quarter of this year, the company plans to grow revenue by another 18.5% and announced a $25 billion share buyback program. After the results were announced, all Wall Street analysts raised their price forecasts. Nvidia's results are a confirmation of the fact that the demand for AI is absolutely real, and the world-changing future is already arrived.
Valuation also plays an important role. Last quarter, when Nvidia impressed everyone with its results and forecasts, its shares rose by about a quarter in a day. This time, the upward price movement began immediately after the results were announced, but the next day, Nvidia shares barely rose in value, and the entire market turned red. It turned out that Nvidia's fantastic results were not enough to push the market up, or at least keep it at the same levels. Profit-taking, short-selling, the seasonality factor, high government debt yields, uncertainty in the geopolitical situation, and other negatives outweighed the market. And, perhaps, the main factor that made investors cautious was the expectation of Jerome Powell's speech in Jackson Hole on Friday.
Despite artificial intelligence, Fed officials still have a greater influence on the markets. Powell proved this by briefly stating that the Fed is ready to raise rates further. The Fed's goal is to bring inflation down to 2%. While inflation has come down from its highs, it remains too high. We stand ready to raise rates further if appropriate, and intend to keep policy at a restrictive level until we are confident that inflation is moving steadily toward the target level.
We will keep at it until the job is done, Powell concluded his speech. Although the markets did not like Powell's persistence. But we continue to live with high rates, and it is possible that we may see high inflation again.
And finally, we would like to remind you that the information you have just listened to is not an investment advisory. Remember, investments in the stock market are always tied up with financial risks. So be careful and cautious. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you soon!